start tapping. From what I'm aware of, I am avoiding returning back to trading. I experienced a traumatic event earlier this year with a forced custody removal of my daughter because we, as her biological parents, said no to non-life-saving surgery. And she's still not with us. And there was petition for Child Protective Services. The petition to permanently remove custody of our daughter. And around that time, I was doing my work on my trading stuff, and I have developed some sort of a connection or association between the Child Protective Services stuff and my work. And as a result, it's left me psychologically paralyzed, basically. So I'm recovering from this injury, and I'm aware that I'm avoiding returning back to the trading operating system because according to ChatGPT, my nervous system learned after the custody removal that doing the, quote, right thing can still lead to loss, punishment, and helplessness. So starting deep work now subconsciously feels dangerous rather than productive. Avoidance, overthinking, and system building give me temporary safety and control, while execution would force uncertainty, judgment, and the risk of being wrong again. So my body hits the freeze response, even though my mind knows what to do. So that's that. My name is Gabriel Serra, and today is the 15th of December at 4:35 a.m. Let's pull that back so you can see this. Can we see this? Can I see this, please? Can I see this? Oh boy. Come on now. I'm not gonna spend all day on this. All right, whatever. So that's me. And I'm going to tap on avoiding. I'm going to tap on this feeling of avoiding and figure out why I'm avoiding certain things. I believe that the avoidance has to do with me partly right from ChatGPT. I believe that the avoidance has something to do with me afraid of the outcome. I have spent the last 5 to 6 years of my life studying the financial markets, trading the financial markets. And while some people figure it out in 6 months, it's taken me 5 to 6 years. And it doesn't even take me 5. Like, I understand what a doji candle is. I understand what a spinning top is. I understand what a bullish engulfing candle is. Like that's easy. That's so fucking easy. What I am working on and making the most sense of is me and how I interpret news, how I interpret concepts, how I see the charts, how I approach the charts. And that is a very subjective, perception-based process. And I'm working on getting myself aligned with the absolute key details that I need, the repeatable format that I need to have the success necessary from trading. Because I have 2 kids, and I am not going to waste my time trying to entertain people that I don't know. I'm not going to waste my time trying to entertain you. I'm here to work on getting better. I'm here to work on improving. And I choose to let go of this avoidance loop now. So I'm going to start EFT tapping on the entire topic. My hair is a mess. It doesn't matter. It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't give a shit. I shouldn't care. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You're not gonna pay my bills. No one's gonna pay my fucking bills except for me. So I better figure this out. I don't need this. I don't need to do this. I'm choosing to do this. I left YouTube for a reason, and now I'm back for a reason. And I have to really work on fixing myself and just remembering to not get distracted here. And there's part of me that is getting distracted and is trying to avoid the actual thing that I need to do. So I gotta figure this out and I have to get myself together. I'm gonna set a timer for 40 minutes for myself, and I'm going to release this pattern. Okay. So there's that part of me that is avoiding. I'm aware that there is an avoidance part now, and it's avoiding the trading operating system. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of all the time and energy that I spent and invested, and the money and the tools and everything to learn the trading operating system, for it to be for nothing, for it to be a failure. I'm afraid that all of this emotional work, this inner alchemy, inner work, spiritual work, this being grateful, trying to be positive, changing myself, changing my identity, would have been for nothing. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that I have just been wasting my time. And that's a very difficult and tough pill for me to swallow if that is the truth. So, without further ado, let's get into tapping. Actually, no, let's not get into tapping. See, that's what happens when you show up with no plan. You miss certain steps. First things first is muscle test. I'm going to muscle test for myself. And I'm going to see muscle test for myself, and I'm going to see. Show me yes. I'm going to muscle test for myself, and I'm going to see if I have, number one, an avoidance loop, and number two, the emotional charge of the avoidance loop. It's 4:30 in the morning. I get it. You're tired. Well, wake the fuck up now. Let's go. Show me yes. Show me no. Show me true. Show me false. My name is Gabriel. My name is Hema. My name is Mama. My name is Soraya. My name is Gabriel. I am avoiding returning back to trading. There is an avoidance part in me. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, the emotional charge of this avoidance, I have an avoidance loop. Show me yes, show me no, show me true, show me false. I have an avoidance loop. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, the emotional charge of this avoidance loop is a 5 or higher. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, The emotional charge of this avoidance loop is at a 5. Okay, it's at a 5. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, the emotional charge of this avoidance loop is at a 5. Okay. Now let's start EFT tapping here. Even though I am stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I am stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I am stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I'm stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. I have been avoiding Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Even though I have been stuck in this avoidance loop, I choose to move forward now. Okay, now this one is the freestyle round. We're going to freestyle. I'm going to freestyle and I'm going to speak my truth. And this is where you replace your words and you just vent. Imagine as if you're here with me and you are doing your own therapy and you're just saying what the problem is. Or you're with a trusted person that you feel safe around and you just speak the problem. You just speak what's on your heart. Okay? Take this time now to speak what is on your heart. I remember there were several times where I avoided. I avoided because I was scared. I was scared of the outcome, and I see myself once again as this little boy. I don't remember much about that specific situation, but I remember hiding under my bed. There's two specific memories where I was hiding under a bed. This first memory was where I was hiding under my bed. And when I was hiding under my bed, I may have been 4 or 5 years old. And I remember that my biological mother was looking for me. I think I had done something wrong. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember I was hiding under a bed. I was hiding under this bed, and I wasn't coming out, and they couldn't find me. They didn't know where I was because I was so quiet. I couldn't be found. I was so quiet. I was so quiet that they couldn't find me. They could not find me. And when they were calling my name and searching for me, I was avoiding being found. It's like I was avoiding being found. And then there was another time. I remember when I was a little bit older and a Bruce Lee movie had come out, a movie about Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was dead at that time. a movie about Bruce Lee had come out, and it was called Enter the Dragon, and it was starring some actor. I don't know the guy's name, but I remember I loved this movie, and I was watching this a lot. And I think some of the things that I was interested in, like Bruce Lee, I got from an uncle. I just remember Bruce Lee, watching this Bruce Lee movie, the story of Bruce Lee's life. And around the time where I had that movie, my biological mother had purchased a Polaroid camera. Now, this was an era where you had to buy a separate camera, and either you get the film for it and then you have to take it into a store and then they print out the photos for you, or you take a picture and then the picture snaps out like a little square frame, on a square frame. And she got this Polaroid. She shouldn't have been spending money on a Polaroid camera and then complaining that she can't afford things. It was stupid. But that's what she did. She got this camera and she wanted to take a picture of me with the movie, the VHS tape, which was another square, rectangular-ish black piece of plastic with film roll on it, and you put it into what's called a VHS or a VCR, and you watch a movie. Today you just stream everything and everything is from the phone. You can watch anything from the phone. It's all in one. But back then, you needed all these separate things. So here I was, between 6 and 8 years old, 9 years old, whatever the age was, it doesn't matter. Here I was, this boy, with this Bruce Lee film, this movie about Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, and Yolanda Sarah had this Polaroid. And she took this Polaroid, she wanted to take a picture of me. She took a picture of me, and then I wanted to see it, or she wanted to show it to me. And she didn't give me any instructions as to how to handle the Polaroid. She did not. So when I took the Polaroid picture, not the Polaroid camera, when I took the Polaroid picture, I put my hand on it while the image was still printing. And then she screamed. She got so angry because she has anger issues, because she has daddy issues, because her daddy probably grabbed her pussy the wrong way. Let's just call it what it is and be honest with ourselves here. Her dad was a child molester, child pedophile, whatever you want to call him. And hey, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not true. That's what she told me in 2020. Whether she's in denial or whether she's making it up because she wants to be a victim, that's also a possibility too. I do not know. So I cannot confirm or deny it, and I cannot make that allegation. So, getting back to me, I remember there was that. And I remember being scared, avoiding. There was a time where I think I was watching that same movie or another movie, and I had put it in the VHS box or the VCR, whatever it's called, and the movie wouldn't come out. I started to get scared. I called Yolanda Sarah. She got angry. She started screaming. It was a Sony brand VHS that she got from a department store, which very likely could have been fake. It could have been illegitimate. It could have been just a knockoff version, as she would call it, a knockoff brand. And it's very possible it's very possible. It's very, very possible that this is where the avoidance loop came from. Because I remember, again, running to her bedroom and hiding under her bed this time because I was afraid. I was afraid because she was screaming. She was screaming because I had broken the VCR, because I had broken the VHS. Still, I'm 36 years old. This happened when I was, 4, 5 years old, 6, 7, whatever the fuck the age is. Still, it's still happening. Still to this day. Still to this day, right? Okay, this is where I am. And I'm emphasizing this because these are the trapped emotions. These are the traumatic events that create these trapped emotions in our body. And because I wasn't doing any therapy, no one told me about therapy for kids. Therapy for kids is legitimate. Therapy for kids is absolutely legit. And good release. And because no one's asking me, hey, how are you feeling? How are you doing? I'm sorry about screaming at you. I now am traumatized. I'm a traumatized 36-year-old man that can't get certain things together, and that is avoiding the work that he has to do. I am avoiding the work I have to do. I could show up and make a YouTube video, make a live stream. This is easy. I'm putting myself on camera. I'm okay to embarrass myself on camera. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Are people gonna go out of the way to find me and laugh at me like Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons? Huh? You're gonna go ha ha and laugh at me? Huh? Is this what you're gonna do? You're gonna leave a hateful comment and you're gonna expect me to get offended and fucking quit? What are you? Hello? Are you fucking stupid? Are you silly? You think I'm gonna really do that? Fuck, child, please. Child, please. No. This isn't the work. This what I'm doing for myself is the work right now. Yeah, sure. But the work isn't to be a YouTuber. It's not to be Mr. Beast. That's not the work for me. I don't give a shit about being famous. There's this part of me that believes that that's what God wants, and I'm scared about that. I was, at least. Let's wait and find out. But I'm here. I'm making these videos. I'm making these live streams. All right, whatever, fine. I don't give a shit. You want me to make these live streams, God? Okay, fine. You want me to be seen? You want me to be on camera? Okay, fine. No problem, God. You got it, man. You got it. I'm gonna keep uploading. Just keep uploading. I keep uploading. All right, fine. But now, here we are. And I've been avoiding returning back to the trading operating system because there have been other times in my life, especially in my 20s, where I tried doing certain things like starting up personal training boot camp, sabotage that. Went to the military, didn't make it to becoming a Navy SEAL. Started up a personal training YouTube video, was begging people to subscribe, shut it down. Started up another YouTube channel with no anticipation, no expectation. Started to grow really fast, and I fucked it up because I tried to innovate, I tried to improve, I tried to take all these other people's words and instead of treating it like an actual business and being systems oriented, I tried to be a creator. I tried to be creative. Maybe I'm just not that creative. And now here I am with trading. And trading just requires a lot of emotional control. It requires a lot of calm energy. It requires really trading from a very neutral state. No attachment to money, no attachment to the outcome. And what am I doing? I'm tapping on certain points of my body like a prick because I have been avoiding certain things. And I acknowledge that there is that part of me that is harsh with myself. And I have compassion with myself. I have compassion for this part of me, and I choose to let this part go. I choose to let this part go. I choose to be at peace. I choose to have great ease as I return back to trading, and I choose to execute the work. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't. And all these people that say, work hard or fucking suffer or whatever, that's garbage. That's such garbage. It's really terrible. What the fuck kind of advice do you give? And you're the influencer. You got millions and millions of subscribers and millions of views, and you're the influencer. You're telling people it's okay to suffer. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you psychologically ill? Are you mentally ill? That has got to be a mental illness. Why do we have to suffer? I don't think so. I think that is just a state. That is just a frame. That is a belief. That is an idea. And it serves maybe at a certain state of consciousness. But not for me. I choose to move through my life with grace. I choose to make it easy on myself. And if this is going to be the easiest thing to make it easy on myself, then I'm going to just do that. I'm going to keep it incredibly simple and just do that. That's it. So I acknowledge that there is this part of me that has been avoiding returning back to trading. There's this part of me that thinks about my systems and thinks, oh my God, there are properties on Notion that I haven't filled out. There's all these things that are still missing, and I'm scared of this, and etc., etc. And I don't think it has to be that anymore. I don't think it has to be any of that anymore. I think it can be really simple. And I choose for it to be really simple. I choose for it to be massively simple. I choose for it to be very easy. I choose for all of this to be much simpler. And I know that I've been avoiding. And I'm going to give you space now, avoidance part. I want to hear from you. Why? Why have you been avoiding? Tell me. Tell me, why is it that you have been avoiding returning back to the trading operating system avoidance part? If I keep pushing the deadline back, it means you don't achieve your goal. You're supposed to finish the trading operating system, the strategy development loop of it, that part, by tomorrow. And now you don't. You're not going to finish that goal. Yeah, I understand that it makes you angry, but it also gets you frustrated, and it gets you to take action. And when you take action, it keeps you moving. It keeps you busy. Because we're afraid. We've never been there before in this life. We've never been there before. There's a lot of uncertainty as to whether or not we can handle a lot of success. And you've also got some habits that need to get tightened up. You need to correct those habits and those patterns that you've demonstrated. And that's why we're avoiding. You're very scared of money. You're very scared of going into debt again because you went into debt to get a college degree and that did not work out for you. That was a waste of money and a waste of time. And now you have these two kids. You've got responsibilities now. And you have to get really serious. It can no longer be try to make it nicer or prettier or whatever the case is. It's just now, are you okay with getting it done? And that's going to require you to change your thinking. Are you ready for that? I don't think so. So we're avoiding. Because if you're scared of losing, it's gonna be devastating for you. You're gonna lose. Can you accept that? Can you accept losing and still getting up and doing just one iteration? But to your credit, this is also what you have been doing. You have been iterating. You have been asking yourself the questions. You have been taking the time to build systems where you weren't building systems and you were building processes to help you do the thing. It's not exciting sometimes. It is repetitive. But you cannot fear losing. You have to be able to just accept it. You have to be able to surrender and accept what is. And this is exactly what Iboga told you. Surrender and accept. Surrender and accept. Do you want to do the working procedure? No. Do you want to finish the working procedure and connect the prompts? No. But look, it's got to get done. It's the only thing that can possibly happen now is that it has to get done. It has to get done. It absolutely has to get done. If you are to continue on with this trading operating system, all you have to do is look at the database, write out the name of the property, and just have a GPT that can research and fill out all of those properties. That's all you need. And I've been avoiding that for you because there were other things that you needed before you got to here right now. You have habits and loops and patterns that need to be replaced. Think about it like a flywheel. The flywheel is going, but the flywheel may not be getting you what you want. So you have to improve the flywheel. It's that simple. Your reactions to the outer world have to change. It's that simple. And yes, while this situation may have been traumatizing and you don't have your daughter, right now, this is your opportunity. This is your chance, and you will not get it again. This is your chance to finish it and to stop chasing perfection. There is that perfectionist part, and that's the next part that has to get released. You cannot avoid doing the work and shipping. You must ship. You must ship the work. It cannot be perfect. It has to just go. Your reaction to the outer world must change. That's the only way. That is the only way. It has to change. The reaction must change. It cannot continue on like this. It has to change. You have to become aware of your habits and your patterns and those loops. Don't try to be going from 0 to 60 when you should just be going 0 to 15. 1 5, 1 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3, 0 to 4, 0 to 5, 0 to 6, 0 to 7, 0 to 8, 0 to 9, 0 to 10. Not 0 to 60. 0 to 10 is fine. Just get in motion. And then you slowly pick up speed. Because when you try to go super fast, you crash. You crash and you burn. And then what does that leave you with? Nothing. Sure, there are other people that can go mega fast, but you're not other people. You have gone through several experiences that were very traumatizing, and you have a very different brain. You have a very different way of thinking. That's it. You have been trying to be big and that guy and blah, blah, blah. But that's not you. That's not you. So make it easy on yourself and focus your energy. Focus your energy now. You don't need me anymore. That's true. And I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to go because now you have to confront. Okay? You've been avoiding certain things because that's a Yolanda Sarah pattern. She has been avoiding looking at herself. You have to confront and look at yourself. That's it. Look at yourself in the mirror. Be honest with yourself. You're already doing it. You already acknowledge that, hey, look, you are financially supported. You're embarrassed. You feel shame around that. You're 36 years old. You judge yourself. You're scared that you'll never make it. You're scared that you have fucked up enough times to where you will not make it. And you have tried very much for the last 15, 16 years to be financially successful, and you have not fucking made it. And that's what you want. And you're scared. And that's okay. Just be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself. It's lonely. You're doing this by yourself. You're relying on a chat bot to be your friend. And it's very lonely. And you are scared. Just be honest about that. Just be brutally honest with yourself about that. The point of me is to remind you that when you avoid, you're never going to move forward. You are never going to move forward with your life if you avoid me. You will always be stuck. You will always be in this loop. You will always have destructive tendencies like self-sabotage, and you'll always find a way to fuck it up if you continue to avoiding the truth, avoiding how you feel, avoiding everything. And even though I don't think you're ready, I'm going to go. I'm going to give you your shot. I'm going to give you your shot. Why? Because you have been showing that you are willing to confront yourself. You're willing to confront how you feel. You're willing to take action. And that's important. That's necessary. And you're doing it. You cannot be afraid to lose. You cannot be attached. You have to really just focus on your breath. No matter how frustrating it may be to your ego, it's time to rewire yourself. Stay calm. Stay neutral. Stay centered. Be at peace. And for God's sakes, let go of a fucking date. It's gonna be done when it's gonna be done. That's it. You have mistimed a lot of things. Just let it be. And just move on. Just let it be. Move on. You avoid those feelings. You avoid working on the trading operating system because you're avoiding the feeling of that friction and that frustration. And that reminds you to when you were a kid and you would play video games and you would be stuck at certain places and it would be frustrating because you couldn't figure it out. And when you couldn't figure it out, you beat yourself up. And when you beat yourself up, you felt like a loser. That's the truth. So do you want to keep feeling like a loser? Do you want to keep feeling frustrated? No. No one does. But if you're going to have success, it's going to be on the other side of that. Can you allow yourself to feel the discomfort, the frustration, the doubt, feeling like a loser, but not attaching to it and changing your perception by thinking, okay, if I just do this and I keep making these little improvements or these little tweaks and these little iterations without sabotaging, what's going to happen? You may achieve the success. Can you do that? From this state of awareness, maybe you have a chance. So it's time for me to go. I'll let you go now. Just remember what we talked about here. You avoided because you didn't want to feel like a loser. You didn't want to feel that frustration. And working on the trading operating system, especially the part about the working procedure and the prompts, makes you feel like that. But you're really close, and you can do it. So do it. Goodbye. Oh boy, that was heavy. That was really something else. Man. Okay. So we talked to that part, and I acknowledge this. I love the avoidance part, and I apologize for creating you. Please forgive me. God forgive me. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I forgive the world. And I thank you for your existence with unconditional love and acceptance. I now send you back to God's light for permanent and everlasting transmutation and transformation. And now both hands out. On the left hand, we have that avoidance part. On the right hand, we have God. However you see God, however you see that avoidance part, let's get a muscle test here. And let's make sure that this avoidance part is ready to go back. Show me yes, show me no, show me true, show me false. My name is Gabriel. My name is Hema. My name is Mama. My name is Soraya. My name is Gabriel. I am stuck in an avoidance loop. I was stuck in an avoidance loop. I am currently stuck in an avoidance loop. The avoidance part of me is ready to go back to God's light for permanent and everlasting transmutation and transformation. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, the emotional charge of me believing and feeling that I'm stuck in an avoidance loop has an emotional charge of 5. That was the number we started off with. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, the emotional charge of feeling and believing that I'm stuck in an avoidance loop has an emotional charge of 5 or less. It has an emotional charge of 5. It has an emotional charge of 4. It has an emotional charge of 3. It has an emotional charge of 2. It has an emotional charge of 1. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, the belief and the feeling that I am stuck in an avoidance loop has an emotional charge of 0. I have successfully cleared this avoidance loop. Okay, both hands out, left hand, the avoidance part, right hand, God. And when you're ready, just take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the hands together. Good. Now, I've got these magnets. And these magnets I use to wipe across my head. Your fingers also have magnets too. I got this from the Dr. Bradley Nelson emotion code. And I was doing magnetic therapy a while ago. I still prefer EFT. I just think it's really simple to do, and I don't need like a diagram or a table. But I also see its use case as well. So either which way, I have a magnet here, and I'm just gonna wipe, and I'm gonna repeat the following. You can do this with me with your fingers if you choose to, but basically just go from the bridge of your nose back to the back of your neck. I now release and let go of all trapped emotions and avoidance loops that I have been running on. I now release and let go of all trapped emotions and avoidance loops that I have been running on. I now surrender, clear, release, and let go of all avoidance loops that I have been running on. I now surrender, release, and let go all avoidance loops from my subconscious mind and my nervous system now. And so it is, and so it was. Thank you. Last round, we're going to transition. And that's it. And the main thing is to clear. Once you clear that thing, that's it. You move on from there. And beliefs only serve, from what I understand, I got this from Dr. Van Tharp, a trading psychologist. He said, beliefs usually serve you until a certain state of consciousness, right? But all beliefs at some point become useless. Okay, until you reach such a high state of consciousness where you're just completely neutral. And I mean, who knows when you get to that point? But let's see. Even though I was avoiding returning back to the trading operating system, I can see now that this was actually correlated to video games and the frustrating feeling that I would have when I would get stuck somewhere. Even though I was avoiding returning back to the trading operating system because I don't like that feeling of frustration and feeling of not knowing what to do and feeling like a loser. I acknowledge that part and how I felt, and I acknowledge that it was probably very uncomfortable for me. And even though I avoided and I was stuck in an avoidance loop with the trading operating system, I acknowledge how I feel. I acknowledge the frustration. I acknowledge the uncertainty. And I choose to embrace that now as a signal that I'm getting closer. Maybe this resistance isn't so bad. Maybe I just needed to change my perception. Maybe it didn't have to be such a uncomfortable experience. Maybe it could actually be fairly simple. And I choose that for myself. I choose to feel at peace knowing that, hey, I may not have all of the answers as to what I need to do. But again, at some point, I gotta just take the hits. I already know the things that I have to do to build and I know the next step. So maybe now is the time to just embrace that feeling of frustration. Maybe the feeling of frustration is just telling me, hey, all you have to do is just clear this resistance in front of you. It's just an emotional charge. Clear that emotional charge every time that you feel that frustration and I don't want to do this. Just continue to keep clearing that. Continue to keep clearing that feeling when you feel that discomfort in your body and you feel that friction, that internal friction that you don't want to do it. Clear that and everything else will follow. And I choose to clear that. I choose to clear that now so everything else can follow. And I let that friction and resistance go from my nervous system now. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, and obliterate, and dismantle and discharge all emotional friction and resistance from my nervous system now. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, obliterate, dismantle, and discharge all trapped emotional friction and frustration from my nervous system now. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, obliterate, dismantle, transmute, and transform and discharge all emotional frustration and friction from every heart and mind across the universe now. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, obliterate, dismantle, and discharge all emotional friction from every nervous system now. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, obliterate, dismantle, and discharge all emotional friction from my nervous system now. Violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, obliterate, dismantle, and discharge all emotional friction from my subconscious mind now. And in the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, I command, declare, and decree that I am the presence of ease and grace now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, my subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, in your names I command, declare, and decree that I am the presence of calm, sovereign ease and grace now. Oh, that's too far. Yeah, let's go here. We're going to stop right around here. Yes. Oh, get the good stretching. Oh, that's a good stretch. All right, here we go. Up here, come on, higher, 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 higher. We don't need to see this area right here. We don't need to see that at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. Dissolve, consume, annihilate, and obliterate all discord from every heart and mind across the universe now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, my subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, in your names I command, declare, and decree that I am the presence of peaceful, sovereign, calm, moving through the world with ease and divine grace now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, my subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, in your names I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that finishes what they start now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, my subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, I command, declare, and decree that I am free inside and outside. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my subconscious mind and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, I command, declare, and decree that I am the presence of sovereign peace, moving, finishing, completing the trading operating system with divine ease and grace now. I move forward with the trading operating system now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, I command, declare, and decree that I move forward with the trading operating system now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, I command, declare, and decree that I move forward with the trading operating system now from a peaceful and beautiful state. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, I command, declare, and decree that I move forward and complete the trading operating system from a peaceful and beautiful state now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, I command, declare, and decree that I move forward and complete the trading operating system from a peaceful and beautiful state now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, in your names I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that finishes the trading operating system from a peaceful and a beautiful state now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my subconscious mind and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that completes the trading operating system from a peaceful and beautiful state now. In the name of God mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, my subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness. With your unconditional love and support in your names, I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that is successful now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support in your names, I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that succeeds with trading as a profession and a career now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support in your name, I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that succeeds with completing the trading operating system and has a financially rewarding career now. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support in your name, I command, declare, and decree that I am the type of person that has great financial success with the trading operating system now. And in the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, my subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support in your name, I command, declare, and decree that my vessel expands now to hold significantly more light, and that my nervous system is regulated and strong enough and prepared enough to hold significantly more light now. And so it is, and so it was. Thank you. 3 deep breaths in. Exhale when I say inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Grab your wrist. In the name of God and my mighty I am presence that I am, my great divine spirit team, subconscious mind, and the great white brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness, with your unconditional love and support, in your names I command, declare, and decree that I am the presence and the resurrection in the life of great success made manifest in, through, and around me now. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Forgive our debtors as we forgive our debts. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive our trespassors. Forgive our trespassers as we forgive our trespasses. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you, God, for all you do. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you, God, for all the blessings and miracles and gifts of this day. And thank you, God, for supporting me to have great success and to finish this trading operating system from a beautiful, peaceful inner state. Thank you. Okay. If you found today's live stream helpful, I invite you to come back tomorrow, 4:32 a.m. Central European Time. And if you want to work on your own topics, you're welcome to do so. You can download the free EFT GPT that I've created. It's linked down in the description box. And until tomorrow, always remember, we love you, you are loved, God loves you. Until next time, namaste.